is in the newsroom with the latest on all these big releases. Hello, David.
We're all so cheerful down here, Steve. Anyhow, it's another huge week in music industry's all-important fourth quarter. Here's the latest music news. By now, you probably know Elton John's tribute to Princess Diana, Candle in the Wind 1997, has broken all existing sales records for singles. The release, which also features the cut Something About the Way You Look Tonight, sold a mind-boggling 3.4 million copies in 1 week. It trails only Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You and Los Del Rio's Macarena as the best-selling singles of all time. John's new album, The Big Picture, does not feature Candle in the Wind, but was helped by Candlemania. It debuted at number 5, selling over 100,000 copies. His last album sold around 60,000 copies in the first week. Boys to Men are maturing quite nicely, thank you. Their new album, Evolution, debuted at number 1 on the chart. It's being fueled by the single 4 Seasons of Loneliness. Insiders say this one is deep with hits and should be selling for a long while to come. Meanwhile, the Rolling Stones' Bridges to Babylon hit stores last Tuesday, and while many are saying this album is hardly an inspired release, the heat around the band's world tour could spur sales. Nevertheless, many are not predicting the greatest album sales for the world's greatest rock and roll band. However, huge sales are being forecast for Janet Jackson's new album, The Velvet Rope, when it hits stores this coming Tuesday. With 22 tracks and a hot new single, this could contend for the biggest release of the holiday season. And are you ready for the second coming of Bob Dylan? Dylan's new album, Time Out of Mind, is causing a massive press frenzy, which includes the cover of the recent Newsweek. Meanwhile, his performance for the Pope was front-page news. The album is selling steadily and could be his biggest seller ever.
Hi, this is Margaret Cho, and here are the top 5 albums of the week. At number 5, it's Elton John with The Big Picture. At number 4, it's Master P with Ghetto D. At number 3, it's Mariah Carey with Butterfly. At number 2, it's Leanne Rimes with Inspirational Songs. And at number 1, it's Boys to Men with Evolution.
All right, thank you, comedian Margaret Cho. All right, early retail reports point to a top 5 debut for the Stones and a surprisingly strong top 10 debut for Bob Dylan on next week's chart. Kind of reminds me of the 60s, Stephen. You know a lot about the 60s.
I can't remember them. I wasn't there. Hey, David, you know what I keep thinking? I have a question to ask you in just a second. You know what I keep thinking? What's going to happen when the kids who aren't familiar with the original Candle in the Wind hear the Goodbye Norma Jean version?
Well, you know, it's interesting that they may go back and actually go back and look for the original. It's hard to say. This thing is amazing. I've never seen anything like this in all my years of covering it. This thing is a phenomenon. Sales